First, like a better interview. All right, jump straight into it. What would you like to say?
Man, I'm grateful for this opportunity to embark on this new YouTube trail that I'm going to conquer.
What's your mission statement behind it all?
My mission statement behind it all is to inspire until the day you expire. You know what I'm saying? You know, just be an inspiration. Influence some people to do good things and go be better people. You know, and have fun. Don't dim your light for nobody.
To separate yourself from others, we all know that somebody did something first, or we may not know that they weren't the first one to do something first. How do you feel you'll set yourself apart from your basketball channel, what you're bringing to the table?
Just by being myself. I mean, I have a side to me that most people haven't seen, and I'm willing, and I'm going to like show that this year, well, on the YouTube page in general. So, I mean, that's all I could pretty much do, is just be myself, and that's it.
Describe the ball that's in your hand.
You know what I'm saying? This is a holographic like type ball, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a good ball by your man Dev in the lab, one of the GOATs, the pioneer of this YouTube thing. It's a good basketball. The thing about it is you go outside at night, put a light on it, it's gonna glow in the dark, you know what I'm saying? It's a good ball. But you know, that's what you hoopers need to be at, in the lab. You need to sleep in that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get better. So I'm bringing to the page.
What makes a good and bad basketball player?
What makes a bad basketball player is bad habits, not being coachable, doing things, repeating things that the coaches tell you not to do. What makes a good basketball player is listening, effort, putting in work, being coachable already? Being coachable, you know, just, you know, giving effort at all times, you know. Like my dad always told me, you'd rather a coach tell you to slow down and not, rather than him to tell you to speed up. So, you know, just give effort, leave it all on the floor. That's pretty much it.
All right, I feel you. Okay, so you watch Cash Nasty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe, with you being a real hooper, a real life hooper, do you believe in the tier that he came up with of being a hooper, and a hoopist? Do you believe in that?
No. So in fact, it's either you got it or you don't. It ain't no point of trying to. I mean, he a YouTuber. He's doing that like to put himself in category. But at the end of the day, if he step on the court, nobody ain't gonna be like, oh, he a YouTuber. The actual hooper just gonna be like, he an actual person out here just hit my way. That's just gonna bust his behind.
All right.
So I wouldn't do that. Like, you got some people that's good and better than people that's good.
All right.
So it's either you can hoop or you can't. It's just that simple.
You fairly remember guys on YouTube that's actually hoopers that's just starting their YouTube journeys as long as yourself, as well as YouTubers who is on that journey of playing basketball and getting that experience of playing people that play basketball. Along the way, who is somebody or people that you wouldn't mind linking up with to actually play one-on-one or to get hoop sessions in with, to play with, or, you know what I'm saying?
Dev in the lab, the Christian out there in Salt Lake. I wouldn't mind hooping with Friga, Duke Dennis, T-Jazz, and I actually wanna try to link with Cash.
Yeah,
because Cash entertaining, and I want to see if I can bully him. Like,
all right,
you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
all right,
those.
Okay, you brought up Friga name. Being that you're from Fort Myers, Florida, both are, and you see that, you know what I'm saying? He actually shot footage down there before. Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself doing like filming in Fort Myers or actually get content down there as well too?
Yeah. And, that's the hometown. That's where we from. So, yeah, I felt the type of way. Them my dogs. I used to do them the same way. I just ain't record it, so
Right.
I just did them worse. So,
Right.
yeah, we're gonna be in Fort Myers for sure.
Right. So after saying that, you'll probably have people who gonna come across the video that maybe not even know who you are, and will say like, "Oh yeah, he probably did him like that, but he ain't recorded yet. He ain't really like that." Can you give us a brief background of who you are, start from Fort Myers Day as a young kid to all the way up to college, pretty much?
All right, man. I'm Darius Perkins. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida, son of Susie Smith and Tony Perkins. I played football first. Didn't go too well. Went to basketball. First basketball game ever. Shout out my dog Mimi, Dion. We got whooped 63-3. And from that day on, it's just been a grind. I remember my dad one night before we went to sleep, he asked me if I want to be good or great. And I said, I want to be great. He was like, you answer too fast. I'm going to let you sleep on it tonight. Woke up the next day. He asked me again. I told him I want to be great. Because he was like, if you want to be good, I ain't the one you need to be involved with. So after that day, we was in the gym. Like every time I went there, every time I get in the gym, he always had me in the gym. I went from being just like a rowdy, rough kid to, starting to get better as I started playing more talent. We played around Fort Myers, got better, but he was like, I need to go to Miami and play to experience like real talent. No knock on nobody in Fort Myers, but I went to Miami, got on a team with Tim Hardaway Jr. and stuff like that. That's when I really realized that I wasn't that good at basketball because them boys were loaded. And I just put in the work, just kept grinding until one day, one tournament, I couldn't make layups and nothing. All I could do was play defense, and I was fast. One tournament, I just started hitting jump shots, making layups, and after that, the fire. Go to Miami in the summertime, come back home, start tearing up. I went to Fort Myers Middle, started killing the Fort Myers Middle. But the only thing I always found out, because in the summertime, my dad would have me playing against older men, so I had to be more aggressive. Didn't work in the city. So 8th grade come, I had a decision either staying home or going to Miami to go to school. And I ended up deciding to go to Miami and going to Monsieur Pace. That was like a nationally ranked team. That was a good experience. We finished like 25th in the nation, won states. I was like 6th man. No, I was like 7th, 8th, but I was a true freshman anyway, with a team that had Ray Shipman went to Florida, Terrence went to VCU, who was loaded. Brock went to Louisville, you know what I'm saying? So, and after that, went back home, went to Dunbar, City of Palms, lit it up, you know what I'm saying? Most people don't know that. I'm probably one of the 3 or more that actually did some of the City of Palms. Like I actually got recruited from my City of Palms performance against the #1 team in the country. We lost by 20, but I had 28. I was a sophomore that did that on the #1 team in the country. After that summer, got invited to Nike camps, Hoop Jamboree, top 100. I was doing good, man. I was like top 25 at that time. Thanksgiving came around. When I played football, sprained my patella. Went from being ranked to unranked. Went back to Miami with my dad again for my junior senior year at Chaminade. Did all right, got offers, but I didn't qualify.
Before you start on the college journey from JUCO to Utah State, who are some of the guys with AAU? AAU is a big thing compared to high school. With me, I play football, so high school football would get you to college compared to AAU that can get you to college as well. Mm-hmm. What's some name of guys that you actually played with that are high level and professional players, not to today, that you name that you actually played with?
Including camps,
AAU teams.
Tim Hardaway,
guys you played against.
Austin Rivers, Bradley Beal, Quincy Miller, Perry Jones. Played against a lot of people.
All right.
A lot. And the two that gave me the hardest time ever is Bradley Bill and Austin Rivers. Them was some boys.
So this stuff, most might not even know. Coming from Fort Myers, which is known for a football team, football county or city, I want to say. Most wouldn't know none of this about you, would it?
Nah.
Right.
Because for one, a lot of people wasn't really intact with basketball how they were with football.
Right.
And for two, the way my parents set up my family is we don't really get on social media and brag about it.
Right.
We just do it and just, because that's what come with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, chime me more in about Fort Myers, talent Fort Myers. Who would you say was probably like the three most like level-headed competition that you played against, or like the hardest competition you played against
in the city?
In the city.
Honestly, I wouldn't say it was nobody like hard.
Was it fairly easy?
I wouldn't say it was easy from the simple fact of playing in Miami and then coming back.
Yeah.
But it was some people that like caused trouble for me. Like Troy Simmons was one. Mason Carter was two. And then the third is somebody that didn't even play basketball. It was Chad Robinson.
Yeah.
People I grew played street ball with.
Yeah.
Them three probably helped me the most. And four, Jernell Hughes.
Yeah.
5, Mimi, Demetrius Hamilton. Those 5,
And this is all from childhood up.
Childhood up, yeah.
Yeah.
From the 2 through 9, yes.
Okay, so moving along, JUCO. How was the JUCO route?
Man, that JUCO route was hard. That JUCO is for dogs, man. You gotta be a dog and go to JUCO and make it out. But my whole thing was when I was in JUCO, I had so much motivation that I wanted to prove everybody wrong that I never really looked at it as being so hard. I just wanted out so bad. Cause man, we living in 3-bedroom apartments, 2 twin-size bed, 3 rooms with 6 people, getting $200 a month. my first semester at junior college, I didn't get my stipend.
What happened?
Bro, I was eating peanut butter at night, bro. I'm young, I'm away from home. I'm spending money you go to Walmart, just throwing stuff in there. Yeah. Spend your whole $200 that you get for stipend, the food, that's going to 3 days.
That's true. That's true.
Then, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to blow up my mama, keep asking for money. She just sent me money, And then my workouts were so hard that I used to go home and go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Damn.
And it was so bad that I wasn't doing my homework.
Yeah.
That I ended up eventually being eligible. My beginning of my second half of my freshman year.
So second half of your freshman year, what JUCO is this?
Oh, this is Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade College.
And Region 8. The hardest region in JUCO.
Region 8?
Region 8.
Yikes. So you get disqualified while you was ineligible.
Eligible, yeah.
Did you thought it was over?
Bro, listen. I was with you, matter of fact.
Yeah.
When I got my semester grades.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought I was done.
Yeah.
Cause I never got else in my life. Bro, I had 3 of them.
Yeah.
I see my GPA, it said it was a 1.0. I was like, yo, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done, bro. I was ducking my daddy. I called my mama. I call my mama anytime, but I was ducking my daddy, bro.
Yeah.
My coach called me. Oh, my goodness. He was like, yeah, man, you're done. Then that was another motivation, too. He gave up on me. He gave up on me.
Probably he's seen it plenty of times before.
Man, nah.
She was another one.
Nah, he gave up on me, bro. It's just some fact of you was loving me when I was winning you games. And once I hit an obstacle, he just gave up on me, bro.
Yeah.
He just
You still talk to the coach now, or?
I mean, not really, but I don't have no hard feelings with him. But it was just the whole factor of he just gave up on me, bro. It wasn't let's see if we can do this.
Yeah.
It wasn't see what we can do. He was just done, bro. You know you know, and that lit a fire in me, and I had to grind. Second semester, I had to basically get all A's, and then I had to go to summer school to get back eligible.
Yeah.
And so I did all that. I had a 3.5 second semester. Then I went to summer school, got like a B or something. So now going into my second semester, I'm at like a 2.4.
Yeah.
I'm eligible to play, but I'm not eligible to qualify for D1 because you need 2.5.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all that. Going on, coaches recruiting me. They don't want to offer me though because they don't know if I'm gonna qualify.
Right.
That's when Utah State called. You know what I'm saying? What's crazy about Utah State was I was just walking home. I was actually going to get an X-ray on my hand because I actually sprained my hand.
Yeah.
And he was like, dang, we're in the mountain. He was like, we're in the WAC, but we're going to the Mountain West. But all I knew about Mountain West was San Diego State. Why? Yeah. I'm just ringing along like, yeah. But in my head, I'm like, bro, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to ACC or the SEC or something.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. He was like, man, we gonna come see you at the Hoop Jamboree in the summertime. They came and saw me, and they offered me. They was the only school that offered me while I was still uneligible.
Right.
Ineligible. So
was they allowed to do that though?
They took a chance.
Yeah.
They was the only school that did that.
Yeah.
So me, I'm gonna tell you, if you believe in me and you do that, it's like, all right. They don't know what it is. I'm be loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
at least because they did that, took that chance. Went out there. Bro, went out there. What's crazy about that visit was they played Boise State. Bro, I had just bought some gray and orange Air Maxes with like an orange Nike hoodie. Yeah. That's what Boise State had on. So I'm on Utah State sideline with Boise State colors on. Yeah. They was pissed. Damn. The trainers, they was just pissed. He was like, man, you didn't know. But mind you, it's 40 degrees. I'm out there in cargos. Boy, I'm about to die. Yeah. The visit was cool, but I was jet lagged, and I'm not the type to go out. So I was like, man, they take me to my hotel room, bro. They was on me. Like, what you think? We need a decision now.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't wait.
Did they do it after?
They did it before and after, bro.
Oh man, well, I don't mind. They did it like at the end of it.
Man, bro, listen. Coaches. Listen, we can talk about it now. My dog Chris, they also was crewing Chris too. They told me if I don't take the offer, that Chris was gonna take it. Yeah. Come to find out when I met Chris, they told Chris the same thing. Wow. But they ended up getting both of us anyway. Right. So I'm like, man, they low-key pressured me. But then you know why I signed Utah State? Bro, I got tired of recruitment, bro. I got tired of them coaches calling my phone like after midnight. Yeah. I was like, I was sitting there. I think I hit you up first. I'm like, bro, I'm about to commit. I called my daddy. I'm like, hey, I'm just calling to let you know I'm finna just pull the trigger and commit. Yeah. He was like, go ahead. And I called the coach like, hey, man, I'm committing. I'm coming. But see, I thought, you can do what the football players do. Be committed, but still go to your visits. Yeah. That next week, I was going to Ole Miss. Yeah. This when they had Robert Nagichi and all them. Yeah. I was going, they playing LSU. I was going. My daddy told me, like, man, if you commit, that's like you giving your word to sign it. You can't go on no more visits. I'm like, damn. I was like, well, let me go on Twitter. Utah State it is. I committed, and that was all she wrote. Yeah. Utah State. Utah State. And once I got there, man, it was like, it was shell shocking. It was something new. One thing about me, I was supposed to go to Oklahoma Junior College. I'm glad I didn't. But I wasn't staying close to Fort Myers, though. I had to get away from Florida. Right. So I went to Utah, man. The mountains, all that stuff is just something new to experience.
How was your experience at Utah State with your teammates and guys you hung around with?
Experience was cool. It's a lot of things that I experienced from just being a kid from the South that I would have never thought I'd experience. Going snow, wind caves, my first time seeing deer, being around Mormon people, actually being around a town like where you probably the only black person in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. It was cool. I didn't regret what I did. I just had a girlfriend, so I ain't really live it up how I was supposed to. But I still had fun though.
So you ain't really take charge of.
I wasn't, I was
being a jock pretty much.
Pretty much. Basically, I didn't use my leverage that I had of being a key player on the team.
Right. But you could have used on billboards and stuff like
that. Bro, that felt cool, but like you always wanted that. But once you got it, it was like it like feel weird a little bit because I'm the type where like I like to be low key, not because I'm hiding it. It's just like I don't want to be in the spotlight. But it was cool.
So who were some of the guys that you hung with? Me personally, I know, you know what I'm saying, from times.
My dogs were Chris, H, Jew, Elston, Trace, and John.
And where was these guys from?
John, Jersey, H, everywhere. He was a military kid, but he from Florida. Chris from Cali, Jew from Texas. Shane from New York. Elston from Cali. Trace, Indiana. That's pretty much it.
And you guys pretty much meshed well, being that you all guys came from different states.
Yeah, but we also meshed well because we was there first together. But then, like when you in an awkward situation, you going to resort to what you used to.
Right.
And those guys were, what I'm used to, so I resorted to them.
Right.
No offense to the Utah guys or whatever, but I wouldn't say I can relate to them. I just felt more comfortable with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
all right, before we get into the post-Utah State era, what was one of your most memorable moments at Utah State? It don't have to be like in-game situation. You be just in real life, pretty much.
Most memorable. Actually, I have two. We played basketball with the Special Olympics, and when the second time was when we were out, like having a team breakfast during Christmas break, and we walk into a car. And like a little kid just was like shocked when he saw me. Like, oh mom, that's Darius Perkins.
Yeah.
Took a picture with him. Like, and as I'm walking away, I'm like, yo, that felt good. Like, that was dope. But I didn't expect him to know me. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, dang.
What about one memorable moment on the court?
On the court, BYU. We lost, but. I just remember that game. I had told the family to come watch, and if you go back and watch the film, I was sitting on the bench, nervous. I wasn't even putting up shots because I was like, bro, I can't have them watch me and I don't perform.
Right.
And I think I had my career high that game.
Right.
It's a rivalry game too. I never beat them, but I mean, I put on.
That's true.
Put on. So.
What happens after Utah State? It's said in Asian culture, and not just for them, it's just how they see things as a bride in a particular situation like this, because I can relate to it too. But they're saying that it's said that when you get a phone call and this is like a real life story. When you get a phone call of losing a loved one, whatever you do in that moment, you lose love for it, and you don't get that love back. So for me, with my pirate brand, I was doing pirate gear when I got a phone call, and for me, like how I do it now is more so I keep telling myself keep pushing. But really deep down to this day, I really don't be wanting to do it like that, just because I don't know if it's true from what they said, but what I'm trying to ask is, did you lose love for the game just because you had lost your sister? For me, when I lost my brother, I was doing pirate stuff, and from that moment on, I really didn't want to do it no more. And that's really an Asian culture that they said when you get that phone call, you find out something in that particular moment of something that you're doing that you love, you lose that love for that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could have been at work doing something, or somebody could have been, you know what I'm saying, jiu-jitsu practice, or I don't want to do this no more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how would you say that took toll on you?
That's exactly what it was. Which crazy you say that because that same day she passed was all blue and white hand.
Yeah.
And I had what's crazy, she called me like a week before, but I didn't pick up because like I was going through it with basketball.
Yeah.
So that haunts me to this day. But that's exactly what happened. Yeah. I felt like I was more upset with myself because I felt like basketball took me away from my family. Yeah. Even though it was something that, you have to make sacrifices. Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was upset with basketball and myself because it took away from my sister, my family, and also not being there for my mom and my sisters to witness my sister dying like that. Yeah. So, yeah, it really did. It took a lot. And then, like most people don't know, I had, that whole season, I was fighting through that whole season. Right. That was probably my worst season ever. I didn't want to hoop. Yeah. And what, like, really irritated me was I told my coaches that. Yeah. And it was like, fight for your brothers. But I'm like, bro, I'm fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I really didn't want to play basketball. Right. Because that was that was a dramatic experience, like, I went through that. Yeah. That, like, sucked.
So moving on from Utah State, how was it for you? You know what I'm saying? You step away from basketball, and what goes on, like life out of basketball? Like, how was it?
Man, looking back on it now, what I was doing was the reason. What led me to my depression. Yeah. Trying to, uphold that image of being a hooper, feeling like if I didn't go overseas, I failed everybody. So once after that, I just wasn't feeling basketball. I wanted to step away from it. I just didn't know how to tell, like, my dad, because I felt like I let him down, not doing that. Basically, I told my mom once I left school, I wasn't coming back home. So I sold everything I had, moved out of North Dakota with you. And I just had to, adjust. Had to do, adjust and adapt. Right. Starting out by getting a job, you know what I'm saying? Make ends meet. And that first year in North Dakota was cool, but that was a hard year that I faced, like, by myself. Because I went from talking and hooping a lot to not talking to nobody or not hooping. Right. And I can honestly say I got out of my depression probably 2 years ago. And that whole phase was like 3 years. That's why I wasn't coming home. I was just trying to hide from the fact, like, you know what I'm saying? Just hide. Because I felt like I let everybody down.
So what's a good way to put that for guys who have that notoriety in high school, but they end up not going D1, or they finish up ball, they don't want to go overseas? Like, what's the way you tell them to not do what you do? All right. Do what you did.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, from what I went through, you need to be more transparent and just, I was so big on thinking. I always used to care about what people said about me. One thing about it, you just gotta, like I said, adjust and adapt. This ball ain't, you ain't able to dribble this ball for the rest of your life, because all I knew was basketball. So I wouldn't say it was hard for me to adjust, but it was just like, I felt like, dang, I went from being D1 to now I'm working at Qdoba. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I would say don't be hard on yourself, man, because I was like, hey, out of my neighborhood, I was probably the first to get my degree. Probably on my side, my mama family too. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look at that at the time. You know what I'm saying? And give yourself credit, bro. You made progress. I went from being in this time that I didn't think I'd make it out of to I'm out of there now. I accomplished a lot that I just thought was little compared to basketball. So just don't be hard on yourself. Maybe your vision on things ain't as big as what God got in store for you. You know what I'm saying? But just keep your head up and just keep pushing. As cliche as that sound.
All right. So,
that's it.
So post North Dakota, you pick the ball back up in North Dakota, whether it was just like rec leagues, like state tournaments, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With guys who was in your position, well, not even in your position, they played probably some college ball, some average Joes. Who are some guys like you recognize and you actually like picked up a good relationship in North Dakota? Actually hoop, you know what I'm saying? That has skills.
Dennis McGee from New Orleans. That's my dog. He actually helped me out a lot with just like, you know, views on life. He actually older than me, like 37. But he gave me a whole nother perspective on how to live and like, you know, just enjoy things. And he actually went out his way a lot to help me with like just simple stuff, like, you know, giving me jobs, you know, just helping me with stuff. Dennis did. Some of the Monarch State basketball guys, just being around them again, just feeling that energy of just, you know, helping them out. My dog Drake, shout out to my dog Drake, made a big 7-stone, real proud of him. He made that jump. He what he did was bet on himself. So Drake Jeffries, Kyle, Jacob was crazy. I met Jacob was on the base out there in Monarch, but I actually played against him in college. He went to Air Force.
Yeah. And
I found that out when I was at work watching the old game film.
Yeah, that's dope.
I was like, that's crazy.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Emery and Steve, Donnell. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So as we wrap up this interview, people take how they want it, you know what I'm saying? This was good, almost documented the way it's looking at the time. Could you say, is this the return of D-Perk of like, you know what I'm saying, getting back into basketball as a whole? A new chapter of basketball, you know what I'm saying? Behind the whistle, still behind the ball, being at the whiteboard, of being the teacher.
Yes. This is a more focused and more a more sociable, more free flowing Darius, because the Darius back then was just more like stubborn in a way of if I didn't know you, I wasn't trying to go out my way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Due to like not trying to get messed over or whatever.
Yeah.
But now I got over that burden. I just want to have fun with it until, you know, see where I can go with it. Just have fun. Just try to, you know, show what I learned from the game and just see how I can go.
And pretty much that's going to be through YouTube channel, huh? They get to see you being you. You know, even ones that was students that went to Utah State with you that watch you, they didn't get a chance to know who you were, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just saw you as a basketball player.
Yeah. And the thing is, what you're going to see on this page is me, like, that I never show. I'm goofy. I like to have fun. I like to joke a lot. I'm random. I just have random outbursts. I don't know. It might be something wrong, but hey, that's just me. But yeah, man, I'm having fun, man. I'm just share my light, man. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to do. I feel like I'm matured to the point where, hey, you might as well pass it down. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it going. With that being said, man, y'all like the page, subscribe, leave comments. All my Twitter handles and social media handles will be down below. And man, this is the beginning. Might as well, you know, jump on the train and ride with your boy. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, thank y'all for tuning in and getting an understanding of your boy. Yeah, signing up.